Now, we have done everything we needed to do, yes?
Yes.
Except what? How do you find the value of an angle? How do you find the value of an angle? Shift or all right. Do I have all the aspects of that triangle? So can I choose whichever one I want?
Yes.
Which one are you going to use? Okay. So Leighton says he's going to shift tan. And what is he going to punch into his calculator? -3 divided by 4. Did he need to graph it? No, because tan is also y over x, isn't it? When you do that with your calculator, what value do you get? -37. Now we have to talk about whether or not we need to draw it, right? Because since tan is negative, it must exist in two quadrants, yes? Tan can't be here because everything's positive here, and it couldn't be there because tan is positive there. So it had to be in one of these two quadrants, yes? I don't need to draw it if I know how the coordinate plane works. I can see that my x is positive, so I obviously had to go to the right of the y-axis. So it had to be in the fourth quadrant, which means the -37 must be where? I start counting here. Is it that way or that way?
That way.
It's that way. So this is my 37. But that's not my theta, is it? Because how do we count theta?
The right way.
Around that way. So what do I do to find this value?
Take 37 away 360.
Right, which is 323. Is everybody good? All right. Let's go to the next one. I want you guys to try this one. Sketch and determine the value of the standard position if that's your tan and the terminal arm lies in quadrant 2. So how do I draw that? What do I need first if I'm going to draw it? I need a coordinate plane. Where's the terminal arm? Go. You guys can figure this one out. I will remind you of this. Sine y over hypotenuse. Cos x over hypotenuse. Tan y over x. I put hair conditioner on my beard today. It didn't make that much difference. My daughter still won't let me give her a kiss. She says I'm too prickly. She didn't stop her from making me go running with her this morning, though. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Come on. Who's ready? Who's ready? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You're a good class. Who's ready? Come on.
I drew a picture.
Byron.
I think it's 180 subtract 60.94.
Let's find out, shall we? So he drew it out here, of course, because it was in quadrant 2, yes? Does it matter where he draws it in quadrant 2? No, of course not. And since he knows that is y and that is x, and it's in quadrant 2, only one of them can be negative. Which is it? The x. So this point right here makes that negative 5 and that 9, yes? So then what does he do?
Find the
He has to do shift tan with his calculator of negative 9 divided by 5, because it doesn't matter where he puts the negative, and his calculator gives him what?
Negative.
0.94 something.
Yes.
Gives him negative 60.94. So 61, yes? Now, since it's over here, that 61 has to be inside this triangle, yes? What's the only way that's negative? Negative goes that way. So this has to be the negative 61, yes?
Yes.
Which means it has to be 180 minus 61, which is 119. Was everybody able to do that? If you were not able to on your own, you need to be able to understand what I just did. Is everybody Gouda? Excellent. Now, I have 8 decimal places. 8 decimal answers I wish you to find. How are you going to find them? What finds those? I want the decimal places. What tool do you have that finds the decimal place? Calculator. Go.
0.68.
Keep counting. 4 decimal places. 20. Cos.
0.98.
Keep counting.
Oh, no, not that one, not the other one. Oh, my bad, not that. Wrong one.
Next one.
9.9858.
Next one. Next one. Next one.
Negative 0.6819.
Of course you round it to 20.
Something. Negative. Oh, it's undefined.
There you go.
0.1763.
What does that tell you?
Yeah,
What do you see that's the same? What do you see that is the same? You see this that's the same, yes? So, where would tan of 10 be? Right there. Where would tan of 190 be? Right there. What do you notice? How much is that? How much is that? 10. What are the references? They're the same. What do you notice about? I need another color. Where are my other colors? There we go. There and there. No.
Wait,
Well,
opposites.
what is the negative?
Where's this one?
On the negative.
Where is 170? Right there, yes? Where's 350? Right there. What do you know about this? That's 10. What do you know about this? 10. Picking up what I'm putting down? Why is this guy positive? No. Why is his ratio?
Because it went all the way around counterclockwise.
Yes, but why is his ratio positive? Because what is cos? X over hypotenuse. Hypotenuses are always positive. And then obviously you're starting to see the pattern. Let's do this one, because I got both there. Where's 43? First quadrant. 43. Where's 223? That's 43. How much is that? That's 180. That's 223. So what's that? Guys, 10, 10, 10, 10, 43, 43. Don't lawyer ball yourselves. I got to do some adding. You just saw twice what's happening. If it happens once in math, how often does it happen? Every time. And the last one that I'm doing is 317. Where's that?
Down, right there.
Down there, right? 43. Everybody good? What would this guy's sign be? .6820, because he is in the positive quadrant for sine. Is everybody good? Excellent. Turn the page over. You are doing number 6 by yourself with your neighbor. I don't care. Make it happen. By yourself, comma, with your neighbor, comma, I don't care, comma, make it happen, period.
Exclamation mark.
How's that? Okay. I'll try to be better with my punctuational syntax, Leighton. I'll work on that.
Just saying.
He said, authoritatively. I'm going to add something to this one, then I'm going to give you another question. Leighton, I am erasing this period. I am putting a comma. If it is in quadrant 4.
Oh, that changed.
I'm finishing that sentence. I've decided I would like to finish that sentence. Meanwhile, I'm going to write another question down here. You still find the value of theta, but you are assuming it is in quadrant 4.
Where'd you get from? Good job.
If you finish number 6, do number 7 on the bottom of your sheet that's sitting there blank, doing nothing but minding its own business. Balls to the wall, Blake. Balls to the wall. Oh, nice typing, Mr. Myers. Between. Between. It would be like if you were a rapper who was 12 years old. You're between. If your name was Bobby and you were a rapper and you were 12, you would be between. But then when you turn 13, you'd have to change your name to B-teen, and that's stupid.
And then what about after you get it?
Oh, I get it.
Oh!
That's fine.
Brother's 13-year-old birthday was yesterday, and she's like, yeah, have fun being a teenager for the next 3 years of your life. And I was like, it isn't just 3 years, you don't stop being a teenager at 16.
You stop being a teenager at 30 the way you people live at home now. Who is ready to discuss number 6? Harmon's ready to discuss number 6. Take a chance, sister. What do you know about sine? It's y over h. So that y value has to be the negative one, right? And since it's in quadrant 4, where is it? Here, 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 or here? Where's quadrant 4? Right there. So this has to be negative 5, yeah? And what's this have to be? I lie. Sorry, I lie. But I can't erase because I have quality equipment.
Oh, wow. There's the quality.
5, negative 2. Excellent. Uh-huh. Of what? Negative 24. Where's that go?
Yes.
That's not good.
Nice work.
Yes, I got it right.
Well done, Harmon. Who's ready to do the next one? Dun, dun, dun. Go. Harmon didn't know, and she got it all perfect. Don't be a wuss.
Okay, so cos is x over h.
Okay.
And then I did the square root of 3 first.
So where do I put the? Where's the only place x can be negative root 3? Out here. So this distance is negative root 3. Excellent. Then what?
The hypotenuse is 2. And then I changed, I did the root of 3, which was
Negative 1.73.
And then I did negative 1.7 divided by, or shift cos negative 1.7 divided by 2.
Just do root 3 divided by 2.
Yeah.
And what'd you get?
148.
100 and
148.
148.2. If you used root 3, you would get a different answer. you would get 150 if you use root 3,
Oh, 90.
right? Agreed?
I got 30.
Yeah, I get 32.
Oh no, because it has to be negative root.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh, the negative didn't come up there.
what I thought.
It had to be negative. So shift, cos, negative, root
No, I got
3 divided by 2, close brackets, equals 150.
I got one.
Now, hold up. Why is that one saying 150? Where's the 150?
It's the first and the second.
It's right there. Okay. Now, is that the only place that that theta exists?
Okay, on in the
I'm telling you right now, there's another answer to this. You all have 50% on this question.
is it in the fourth?
Yes, Laura.
Is it in quadrant 4?
No, it is not in quadrant 4. Why can it not be in quadrant 4? What is the only trigonometric ratio that is positive in quadrant 4?
Code.
Cos. Is my cos positive?
No.
So can it be in quadrant 4?
No.
No. What's positive in quadrant 1?
All.
All of them. So can it be in quadrant 1? No.
No.
It's in quadrant 3. Or 2, we already know that. Is it in quadrant 3?
Yeah.
Of course it is. Why?
Because sine.
Because the x is still there, and then there would be a hypotenuse of 2 there. If this is 150, what's this?
30.
30. If this is 30, what's this? 30. If this is 30, what's this?
1.
So the answer is 210 and 150. Does your calculator give you the answer? Where do you get your answers?
Your brain.
From knowing how trig works. Your calculator gives you the tools to find the answer. Is everybody good? Does everybody understand what happened and what would be number 7 for you guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Stop me now, because if you turn the page, you see the title of the next page says what? Assignment, which means it's for marks. So you better stop me now if you don't know what's going on.
Do it again.
Because the next thing you're doing is costing you marks if you don't know what you're doing. Sam.
So when you get a negative, like sine cos tan value, then you subtract it from.
Not always. That's why you have to know what's going on with trig. Your calculator doesn't know what you mean. Your calculator likes things to be positive if it can be. So when you punched in negative root 3 divided by 2, your calculator wants to give you a positive angle if it can. Right? So it can. It's 150.
Like for the last question, number 6, we got negative 1.
Yes. Because you used what?
Because you used sine.
In number 6, we used sine, yes? The only values it can give you for sine that are negative are in these 2 spots, yes? Your calculator only wants to work in 180. Doesn't want to work outside 180. So that's why it gives you reference angles. Okay?
So it gave you the
Sometimes it's going to give you the reference angle. Sometimes it's going to give you the regular angle.
So if we do the regular angle, you use
Well, look at what happened when you got the regular angle. You got 150, yes? Is 150, is it possible for 150 to be a reference angle? No. Every reference angle has to be lower than what? 90. Because they got to go between the terminal arm and the x-axis, yes? So if you get an answer over 90, it's the theta. If you get an answer under 90, it's the reference angle. Then you have to use your brain. Lauren, yep.
So why did you go to the for question 7 quadrant?
Well, I heard everything to why could you go into the third quadrant, but you couldn't? Okay, because in quadrant 1, sine, cos, and tan are all positive, right? Right? And our cosine value was negative. And in this quadrant, cosine is positive. Because cosine is x, that's a positive number, over the hypotenuse, which is a positive number always. When I go over here, my x is negative. My hypotenuse is still positive. So adjacent divided by hypotenuse gets me a negative number. So coses are negative over here. And they're negative down here. Same thing, x, but our hypotenuse is still positive. Now, we had to be aware that since our calculator gave us the 150, we had to be aware that this part of it was 30, which must mean this part is 30, which must mean that is the 210. Good? Does everybody feel good?
Yeah.
All right, start on your assignment for today and tonight is 79 to 80. This is an assignment for marking tomorrow. Now, please notice